everyone, it's me again, Anya, and this is the 18th video that I record for this YouTube channel. Um, I just thought I would hop on and make a quick video about um, why I like to write lore for my Minecraft worlds. That is something I do, and I know it's something not a lot of people do. I want to explain why I do it, because it's been a really busy week with work, and I finally got time to play Minecraft again, so I decided that I would spend most of the day just writing lore for a bunch of my builds. And just off the top of my head, why do I do this? I just think it makes the whole world feel more immersive and more interesting to me. I actually have a certification in creative writing that I got like 4 or 5 years ago. So like I like writing, I do. And I don't know, I feel like sometimes I just might maybe lack the inspiration to write about anything, like a specific subject. I don't know what to write about. So I know a lot of people say that, oh, you should write about things that interest you. Well, Minecraft really interests me. And I had the idea, like, oh, as I'm playing on the same world for maybe more than a year or 2 years now, um, I have a lot of builds, and a lot of them seem to be kind of connected to each other in either different areas of the world, or maybe they look the same, or maybe they were built by different people, and there is some context to how these buildings came to be, and or even cities as a whole. And that, I think, I realized that has very big storytelling potential. And because it's my world, I decided, like, oh, it might be nice to just start writing stories about it. I mean, Minecraft gives you like the book and quill to like write about it. So I just started writing stories for each of the builds. And of course, some thought has to go into it, because if you do want to not just have individual stories, but also like an overarching theme, then you also have to think ahead before you start writing for any individual build. And that's how I do it. I usually just sit and think about, well, what's the story of this world? What's the story of the city? And it's kind of hard to do at first, because even if you have an idea for a specific area, once you continue building on this world, well, you have to keep that lore in mind, right? And that's not super easy all the time. Um, but it takes practice, but it feels very rewarding when you know the lore about your own world. If it's a really big world, it helps you really learn where everything is and just have a better picture of your world and become more immersed in it. Especially, I like naming things. I've realized I like naming my builds, I like naming my cities, and I like when there is a consistent, not really style, because like different cities in my world have different aesthetics and everything, but I mean more like the context. I like when all of my builds have a certain context to them and exist in the same timeline, I guess you would say, the same history. And I think it's super cool when the lore that I come up with has events that are, I guess, shared by parts of the world that you wouldn't expect to be connected to each other. It just goes really well with I guess, the human aspect of the world, because many of the things we build in Minecraft either resemble or are things that exist in the real world. Like, I don't know, a house, right? A fucking supermarket, a pyramid, or a real world landmark like the Brandenburger Tor, right? It resembles the real world. So that means that the stories that we come up with for these buildings oftentimes can resemble real life stories or things that would happen in the real world. So you can take inspiration from things that have happened to you or things that have happened in your city, like in human history. There is certainly very interesting potential to why, for example, there might be a bridge crossing this specific river, or why it might be called XY bridge, there's so much things that can go that you can put a lot of thought on, and I find them to be very rewarding. And I'm not the first to say this. I don't remember which creators there were, but I have seen creators that suggest, like, oh, add lore to your worlds. That's going to make you feel much more immersed. And especially for people that are struggling to commit with the whole forever world thing, like sticking to one world forever. A lot of people struggle with that commitment. And I think that the lore of my world has brought me a greater degree of immersion to it. and I would something that I would absolutely recommend to people that people do. You can start small with one house, with then again a group of houses, a city. Again, try to really. It's good to exercise that creative muscle, in my opinion, which is already something that you can do in Minecraft. Doesn't matter if you're playing survival or creative. I personally play creative, and yeah, again, because these are human constructions most of the time, you can also play around with languages. If you speak more than one language, for example, in my world, the main big city, capital city, speaks English, but then there are other cities that speak German or speak Spanish, or even languages that I myself don't speak, like Dutch or Latin, and I just used like Google Translate to write signs in that language. And like, I mean, sure, I don't read the language, but I know what it says because I translated it, and it makes it feel really cool, kind of like the real world. There's a very big like anthropology potential in Minecraft, and I know there's creators who do this. I guess the scale to which you do these things, like sure, in real life, cities are separated by maybe hundreds or thousands of kilometers. In Minecraft, thousands of hundreds of thousands of blocks is kind of a lot. But within the scale of the game, there is a lot of anthropology potential in your game, and I would really suggest to you, if you're struggling with commitment with your world, or if you're looking for a new way to play Minecraft, that you try this out. I think it's great. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. I would like to show you this beer that I've been having recently. It's called Tannenzäpfle. It's from southern Germany, from what I can gather, and they have it at work. We have a fridge that has beer, and every Friday I just grab a couple and take them home. So yeah, I've been enjoying this. I really like beer, and I would actually like to make a video about the beer. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say for this video. Bye bye.